All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, they working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Thursday, July 11th, 2024. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Not too bad. Going pretty good. Last time we was here, I went 3-0 on my picks. I picked 4 games, but one got rained out that day.
I think I went 3 and 2 on Tuesday. Yeah, went 3 and 2. My first 3 games I picked all were right, and then the last 2 were wrong. And we didn't do a show yesterday because I was on my way to watch the Reds get beat.
Yeah. Bull crap. They're going to win 3 out of 4. Looks like.
Yeah, but man, they had a chance yesterday.
Yep.
They could have swept. Swept this series. We could have won that one, but getting a 3-1 series win after getting swept by the Tigers, that's a good bounce back. Now, if we can close out this last series before the All-Star break.
I'd like to see them get a sweep, or like you said, at the very least, win the series this weekend before All-Star break. Definitely.
With the 2 games this year, and they've lost both of them.
I know, you're not allowed to go to any more games this year.
The hell? I think they lost both of them by 1 run. They had the tying or winning runs on base both games.
Yeah. I think they made comebacks both games, right? Yeah. Try to win it.
They wouldn't have ran they wouldn't have broke one of the rules in baseball in the 7th inning. You don't make the first out of the inning at third base.
Yeah.
If they wouldn't have done that, that game would have been tied. And who knows what would have happened. Hey, what's up, Glenn? He says stay away from Great American Ballpark.
That's what I'm saying. Shit.
It was a nice night. We had the exact same seats we had last time.
Did you guys eat at the ballpark or eat on the way down? Ate at the ballpark?
Yeah.
Penn Station?
I ate too much. Penn Station.
Son of a bitch. What else do you
I got the sandwich and a fry, and then I ended up going back and getting nachos.
Damn. Moose.
Fucking nachos, man. I didn't realize they were going to be that big.
Yeah, them places.
I ate those nachos for over half the fucking game, and I don't know if I made it through over half of them. They came in a helmet.
Yeah,
I gave the helmet to Liam, but yeah, I ate some food. I was hungry.
I had Taco Bell last night at lunch at work, and something went wrong with that. I don't know. Something didn't go well. So
Probably taco, but
yeah.
yeah, all Reds are keep trying to keep adding on here, which is nice. But
Do you think that this Hines that they brought up? Do you think? I mean, they had some players last year that came in and made a big difference. Do you think that he's going to be one of those guys that it's going to make a big difference? It definitely seems that way. Of course, it's only been 3 games, so 4 games.
Yeah, 4. But yeah, he's so far it seems like he is. It's, a lot of it's going to be how's he going to be able to adjust once he starts to getting a lot more breaking balls and not getting pitches over the plate.
Right now, man, it looks like the ball looks like the size.
Yeah,
looks like size of a watermelon
because
he's pounding.
These guys are going to start realizing you can't throw the ball over the plate because his first 4 games he's been pounding the ball. Second game he was a single away from the cycle. He's already hit 2 or 3 home runs,
and he gets the ball hard.
I think he had at least 1 hit yesterday, and then he's had a couple hits today. Just got a double here. So I mean, yeah, he's been. And that's the thing about the Reds. Yeah, our pitching's been pretty good. We're 10 games out the first, and something that don't get talked about, all the injuries. Yep. I mean, three of our top players are out.
Yep.
McLean, Friedel, Encarnacion Strand, who I thought was going to be like his breakout year. He was one of the young players that you were talking about that came in last year and had an impact. I thought this would be his breakout year.
That player getting ready to come back. Maybe he's on rehab. Fraley.
Fraley came back. He was going to pinch hit last night, and then they switched pitchers, so then we ended up switching pinch hitters.
So he's back.
But yeah, he didn't play last night. I don't think he's played today. But they had him. They announced him as he was going to pinch hit, and then Rocky switched pitchers to a lefty, and Bell switched to hitter because they did announce him and ended up not hitting yesterday. That was either in the 8th or 9th. That was when the Reds had that rally going.
Well, I'm thinking about it real quick. I always shout out WWE and stuff. Real quick, anybody that normally don't watch AEW Dynamite last night was a really, really good show. So you might want to check that out, or it was really good. So.
You said Dynamite was?
It was really good. Had a great opening match. Bryan Danielson against Heyman and Adam Page, about 25-minute match. It was outstanding. And then the main event had Mariah May against Willow Nightingale. The winner of that match would take on Toni Storm at All In pay-per-view, and Mariah May won. And then she's been kind of the protege of Toni Storm. Well, she turned on Toni Storm, and she left her a bloody freaking mess up on the rampway. I mean, she was bleeding, and then she took the heel of her shoe, and she just started bashing her in the head, man. Blood just pouring all over the place. Huh. It was a heck of a scene. So you can find it on YouTube, the last 6 or 7 minutes of the match and that part. It was really good. Really great segment.
And Glenn's on here too, so he can answer this. Why in the hell does WNBA have games on at noon on a Wednesday?
I don't know.
I didn't even know. I didn't realize they were playing at noon yesterday, and then all of a sudden I get a thing on my phone saying the Fever are down by like 20 at halftime. I'm like, we're playing. It's already halftime. Yeah. Why would the hell the game start at noon?
I don't know. I have no idea.
They almost came back and won that game. They made a hell of a comeback there in that fourth quarter. But
and I seen where Boston played. I know she got foul trouble.
She was in foul trouble.
Yeah,
she was in foul trouble.
Kids Day.
Come on. Kids Day, really? You have a Kids Day on a Saturday.
Yeah. Sunday. trying to be like the Reds and their businessman specials. I guess today would have been kind of like a businessman special.
The day game that me and Stevie went to month and a half ago or whatever, it was busier than that game was at last night. I was surprised.
You got lucky because they said it's pretty steamy and hot today.
Oh, dude, it was perfect last night. You couldn't ask for better weather. It wasn't humid. Yeah, I did. Like I said, I didn't even know they were playing. I watched some of the second half yesterday. Before I left for Cincinnati, especially when they started making that comeback. Clark had a heck of a second half.
Yeah, she did. I mean, I know there's been a couple other rookies play pretty well, but to me, and I guess I'm biased because I mean, not that I'm a huge Fever fan because I'm not. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon, but definitely from Indiana. So I think she's definitely the rookie of the year so far.
I do too.
Angel Reese has had a good year too.
All these analysts on ESPN are trying to push that Angel Reese is the rookie of the year. Now all of a sudden they're saying that she should be rookie of the year because the Sky are ahead of the Fever in the standings by a game. Okay. Victor Wembanyama was just the rookie of the year of the NBA. Where did the Spurs rank at as a team? When did rookie of the year turn into your team is in the standings? It's rookie of the year has never been about where your team is in the standings. It's never been like that. MVP's been a little bit more like that, but not rookie. Rookie of the year has never been in any sport about whose team's better in the standings.
I would, if she was having that kind of year and they was in second place in the league, third place in the league with only 4 or 5 losses, 6 losses, I would have a little bit more.
Yeah, but she's averaging a double with rebounds and points. She's getting but over half of her offensive rebounds are her own damn misses.
I know, but I mean, that's still.
I'm not trying to down her because she's a good basketball. She's
very good
with her size and her skill set. She's a good ball player, but everybody acting like she's doing something that is unprecedented. And it's like she's getting half her offensive rebounds off her own miss. Has she had a big impact for the Sky? Yes, she has. I'm not taking none of that away.
No.
Personally, I think if you go by complete game, Caitlin Clark's been rookie of the year.
I don't think it's close. That's just my opinion. But I mean, when you look at the stats, overall, she's in the top in a lot of categories.
Her Caitlin Clark's biggest thing has been turnovers. Yep. She leads the league in turnovers,
but she handles the ball so much. Yeah. And she's trying to make plays. She's trying. It's not a deal where she's trying to. It's not like she's turning the ball over because she's trying to do too much for herself. She's trying to maybe do too much to get her team involved.
Yes, she tries to make some passes that are ill-advised, and then some of them are good passes that her team just fumbles too. So I mean, there's been some of both. All right, today's picks. We're that time of the year where it's basically just baseball right now. Well, there's some WNBA going on, but both those are getting ready to go into All-Star breaks. They're getting ready to have hardly any sports for a few days.
I think there's a UFC this weekend, Saturday. I'm not even sure who's in it.
But my picks on Tuesday, because we didn't do a show yesterday, were 3-2. That put me at 412 and 366 on the year. For today, I'm gonna go with the San Francisco Giants on the money line at home against the Blue Jays. I'm gonna go with the Phillies on the money line at home against the Dodgers. I like that pitching matchup for the Phillies again, and the Phillies have been putting it on the Dodgers the last couple of days.
I know. I've seen some crying.
We'll go with the Baltimore Orioles at home on the money line against the Chicago Cubs. I like the pitching matchup for Baltimore. And I'm going to take the Braves money line on the road against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Got a few picks the same. I did 5 games. I've got Baltimore money line at home against the Cubs. I also have Philadelphia money line at home against the Dodgers. I've got Seattle money line on the road at the Angels. I've got the Yankees money line on the road against Tampa Bay, and then I've got Atlanta money line on the road against the Diamondbacks. That's my Major League Baseball picks for tonight. Seen Hunter Green made the All-Star team also.
Yep. He deserved to. If you look at his stats,
Yeah.
he's been pitching good. And,
I think Londola could have been looked at.
yeah.
Honestly, it was close. Definitely should have been looked at.
Yeah, so the Reds ended up with 2 All-Stars.
Yep, that's good. Hopefully, they can get on there and show out.
I think Steer could have been looked at.
Yeah, I agree
as well.
I was seeing his numbers earlier today. I was looking at his numbers.
He was another position player. I think that
he's on the pace for 25 home runs, over 25 home runs, and over 100 RBIs this year. That's the pace he's on.
As I said, just think of some of the injuries, man. Like, excuse me.
Ah, shit. McLean's a big loss.
Yeah. McLean. He's a big loss. I think Strand. Like I said,
God damn. Get a drink. Don't die over here. Last show, guys.
Fuck.
Lynn, you might have to fill in. Well, you talk NASCAR, I'll talk wrestling.
Okay, but Strand, I think, was in position to have a breakout year this year.
Yeah.
Because he came in the middle of the year or toward the end of the season last year and was having a big impact. But hopefully, we can get everybody healthy toward the second half. I know McLean, they didn't know if he'd be back this year or not. They were hoping that he would, but I haven't heard much on him.
So what would you say right now? We're going to be probably a couple. Hopefully, we do pretty well this weekend and end up maybe a couple games under 500. Well, you think we would have to play probably what 10, 12 games over 500 the rest of the season to make the playoffs? That's probably a wild card. I mean, it's going to be not saying that we can't get the division because that team could fall apart because it's happened before. But right now, I wouldn't say that's likely. Milwaukee just finds a way to win. I think the Reds has got every bit as good a team as Milwaukee, but there's a difference. They're winners.
Well, that and we're young and we're not. I don't think our
too much nachos. Evidently,
I think that's what it was, Glenn. Tell you what, about those nachos though, some of the best freaking jalapenos I've had on some nachos.
Really, pickled jalapenos.
Yeah, pickled jalapenos. They were nice and crunchy. They weren't all like soggy.
Yeah,
they were nice and crunchy and had a pretty good kick to them. They were real good pickled jalapenos. They put cheese, salsa, pickled jalapenos. That whole day, the helmet was like that big, and they filled that thing all the way up. I thought they were just going to put a little thing down in there with some nachos.
How big a helmet is it?
Big enough I can wear in my head.
Some bitch. Damn, Chris, you already ate a damn Penn Station.
Liam was wearing the helmet on his head.
What did Liam get? He get some nachos too, or
no? He got a Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
He saw Chick-fil-A. That's his favorite. As soon as he saw that, that's where he was going. Stevie had the Roses.
Roses hard to beat, man. If I was probably Cincinnati, well, I probably, if I could have ate it, I probably would up Penn Station and then got a slice of the Roses.
Kristen ate more than all of us. Well, I guess. Well, me and her probably tied. I think she had pizza, pretzels, and French fries.
Oh, bitch.
But I ate my food. I was like, man, I want some nachos. So I got up right after I ate that damn sub.
Damn.
The game had just. I ate the sub before the game started. The game had just started. It was getting ready to start. So I walked up there, got nachos, came, sat back down. I'd eat them on them for a while, then I'd take a break. And I ate on pretty much the whole game. It still had some left. And then I'd offered the helmet to Liam, and he said, no, I don't think so. And I was like, okay, I'll just put it on the table.
You guys should have went 4 before the game should have went to that La Rosa's we went to that time. Remember? That La Rosa's is good.
And then when on the way home, he said, "Hey, can I see that helmet?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "He said, can I have it?" I was like, "Yeah, I offered it to you earlier. If you want, you can have it." He had on his head.
Red's helmet.
Yeah. I was just going. Oh, I think if I kept it, I'm just going to be sitting up here on the table somewhere.
Yeah.
He has some other things like that in his room and stuff. So he was going to put it in his room, but that's his first ball game ever going to. He had a blast.
I know he's a Braves fan, so I'll forgive him for that. But
yeah, they're going in September to see the Braves and Reds. His favorite player's not going to be playing, but
yeah, he got hurt.
Yeah, he's still excited about it.
That's what got him into baseball. That player, right? Yeah.
Yeah, playing the
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Playing that video game, that MLB The Show. That's what really got him into baseball. All right. Well, did you have anything else for today?
Let me ask you just one quick thing. I just came to my head. Why do you think that the baseball? Because I think the NBA kind of does, and I don't know if the NFL does, but it works. Why doesn't baseball target more things, trying to get more kids as fans? Because when I was growing up, and I think it's probably going on, there used to be on Saturday mornings, there were shows on, baseball shows like with Johnny Bench and maybe Pete Rose. There was different players. Tom Seaver, I can remember, did some shows. There was all kinds of baseball shows on Saturday mornings or early Saturday afternoons, with being involved with kids and things. And why don't they?
Yeah, I don't know. You don't see. Damn, that was ripped.
I know that a lot of the ball clubs are involved with like the RBI baseball leagues and pony leagues and stuff, but I just them guys are already baseball players.
But baseball's overall marketing is terrible. I think. I mean, they don't. Yeah, you'd think they'd market to kids a lot more as well, but yeah, their overall marketing's not huge. I mean, there's a lot of these players, and some of them are pretty big, or like pretty big stars, and like where they play at. That if the average person saw them walking around, they wouldn't know who they were.
Well, like De La Cruz, I mean, there's people that go to Reds games
just to see De La Cruz.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt. But right here, the guy's on base right now. He's a very good player. Why ain't he being more marketed?
And the average person, if they saw him walking in the street, they wouldn't know who he was.
Well, what's his name? Because I'm drawing a blank.
India.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I mean? Yeah. Most people wouldn't know who he was if they just seen him walking.
Yeah, and I mean, he's a very good player. I'd say even kind of like a throwback player. You know how hard he works and plays. I don't know why that's not marketed more.
He's been pounding the ball here lately too. And he was the guy I was surprised that the Reds kept. I really thought they were going to move on from him.
I think the reason they kept him was because Votto, they didn't sign.
Well, and then McLean, it's a good thing they did keep him with McLean's injury too.
Yeah, I agree.
But with McLean, the emergence of McLean and Steer and Strand and Marte, we just had so many infielders. I didn't think they would keep Indy. I was glad they did because I've always liked it.
Yeah.
His biggest problem has been
favorites on the team.
His biggest problem has been staying healthy.
Yep. I just wondered about that. I don't know why they don't market. I think the NBA kind of markets towards kids some. I mean,
well, even the NFL's been doing it a lot. You know that they got games on Nickelodeon and stuff now. So, you know what I mean? The NFL's really turned up their thing.
They could do that with baseball. It would work perfect. I think it's definitely more slow pace, but they could do it. Or even if you just did it a couple.
Well, honestly, with the new rules, baseball is not much more slow paced than football. I mean, football you have about 45 seconds in between each play or whatever. Baseball you only have about 25 seconds in between each
that would
batter and stuff. You know what I mean? So baseball's not as slow pace as it used to be.
Do you think it's because
last night's game? We were in the car and on the way home in less than 3 hours of when the game started. Like the game started 10 after 7. At like 10:03, we were already in the car and was heading home. So
Yeah.
And I mean, and I was walking walking out of the stadium to the garage and stuff.
And a couple
I mean,
years, 2 or 3 years ago, you wouldn't have been out of that stadium in your car till probably 11:15.
Yeah. That game lasted like 2 hours 45 minutes, 2 hours 40 minutes or something. It was pretty. You know what I mean? The game is a little faster now than.
Oh, definitely. I just wonder, maybe it's the way of thinking about the prestige of baseball. When some people look at it, I think it would be cool if they did some stuff with Nickelodeon or stuff. I think that, I mean, baseball's better off than they were a few years ago, but
they need to do something to get. You gotta get kids involved, or you're gonna have a generation gap where they're not baseball fans, and who's gonna watch? Because baseball is a game that for years and years now they've relied on basically the older generation of fans. Well, eventually that older generation is going to pass away, and you're going to need these other generations.
Well, that's something, we ran baseball leagues for years, and then all-star teams, different things and leagues. A lot of the kids that played in our leagues wasn't necessarily baseball fans. They didn't watch some did, but if you're looking at the 300 or 400 kids that we had, what would you think the percentage that actually watch baseball? 10%?
Probably at that age. Probably. I mean, my son loved playing baseball. He didn't watch a whole lot of Major League baseball at that age.
No.
Or actually keep up. He keeps up with it. Well, not as much now. As he got older, he kept up with it a little bit. But now he don't watch much baseball
because he got a player that he really liked.
Yeah. He followed Pujols, but other than that, he never.
But that's the thing. Market players
like him and his buddies never would be watching. Like I come home and they'd be watching a baseball game. You know what I mean? They're
worried about a score or a team. I mean, I know there's a lot of games, so you may not watch every game. But as a kid, every day I would grab the paper that the Reds win or lose.
I watch a lot of Reds games. I don't watch them all, but I watch a lot. But even if I don't watch one, I'm not newspaper now, but I'm checking on my phone. But you know what I mean? I'm checking on my phone, see how they done. A lot of times, if I'm not home, I listen to it on the radio while I'm in the car.
I did that a lot. I listened to a lot more games.
We were talking about this the other day, me and Stevie. I love listening to games on the radio
too.
I know some people don't like it. They want to be able to, they have to be able to watch it. I could sit and listen to a game on the radio.
Well, for us, even you, for a long time, we didn't get that many Reds games. You was lucky to get 20 a year.
I remember when I was young, even Colts. I mean, there was times we couldn't watch Colts on TV, so we was watching or listening to it on the radio because the Colts because it wasn't a sellout, so we'd get blacked out here. But like Reds, Pacers. I remember growing up. A lot of times, me and you'd watch the games. We'd watch the game on TV, but we'd listen to the radio broadcast because we liked listening to Slick Leonard and them guys.
Yep. Yeah, I did that for quite a long time. Remember those Knicks and Pacers series? Playoffs.
We'd be listening to the radio broadcast, but we have it on the TV and watching it too. But the same way with the Colts, listening to Lamy and Marshall Broda and all them guys. We used to do that. So, but if you have a good guy calling a game, it's I love listening to it on the radio.
Yeah. I mean, the Reds had some good ones, So Marty Brennan was excellent. Joe Nexall with him was good, and I thought Tom Brennan was good. I know it didn't end well for him, but
he was good. He was good at his job. He was good at
no matter what he did, whatever sports he did. And he just made an offhand comment that probably a lot of people think or have said. He just got. I'm not taking up for him. I'm not saying it's right. I think that he should be forgiven and give a second chance. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think he should have been disciplined. See, right, we're just we're just to the right that way a little bit.
I think honestly, I heard his apology. I think he meant it. I think he should have been given a second chance.
Yeah, I think he should have been disciplined, but he shouldn't have been like barred from
everything.
Yeah, we're basically almost straight out from third base is where we were.
Yeah, I knew you had good seats.
Like when Stevenson was trying to come to third, you could see like we had the perfect angle. The throw was coming right at us. You could tell he was dead. As soon as he rounded the base, and the base coach was sending him, so it wasn't like Stevenson blew through a stop sign or nothing. The base coach was sending them all the way. That's what Steve said when we got back last night. Steve goes, "What was that base coach doing?" He goes, "He was sending them the whole way." Me and Stevie's like, "Yeah, we didn't know why he was sending them the whole way either." Yeah, he did. He was going crazy over there trying to get him to go. Not with your catcher. That's what I mean, and with no outs.
Yeah,
and that run though. In the grand scheme of things, yes, it does mean something. But at that point in time, it don't mean nothing. You got to get
a lot more.
At that time, you needed 4 runs. So, that was one of the first things you kind of learn in baseball. You don't make the first out at third base.
No.
Reds do that a lot.
They do they're really aggressive on the base paths. They definitely make some mistakes.
And it's worked out for them some too, but there's sometimes it's just
but like you said,
it has to be situations.
In that situation, that wasn't De La Cruz running.
Yes,
it's
your catcher.
It's your catcher, brother.
If that's De La Cruz running, you're going. I wouldn't have been mad if he got thrown out because with his speed, I could see taking that chance. There's a good probability he probably gonna make it.
Yeah.
But Stevenson's just not. He's not fast like that.
Well, the Reds got the win.
Yeah, big win. Hopefully, we can win this last series here before the All-Star break, and get off to a good start after the All-Star break.
Yeah, hopefully.
At least we're not. Hey, we're still in it. We're not so far back where we can't make the playoffs. That's a good thing.
Do you see him make any moves?
I don't think they will. I don't see him making any moves. I'll tell you what. I was that dude that they just picked up. He got off to a terrible start last night. That center fielder, Slater.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Did you watch the beginning of the game?
No, I didn't.
Pop-up hit. I don't know if he just didn't see it or why. He missed it. Well, I guess it wasn't a pop-up, but it was a shallow little flare. Should have been caught. And he's out there, I don't know, ends up stopping, letting it fall in front of him, end up not costing the Reds anything, but it shouldn't have been a base hit. It should have been caught. And then there was another one that he done something out there that was like, what's this guy doing? Told Steve, I said, they didn't ship him back to San Francisco. Then he ended up getting a hit, and I think he finally did make a couple decent plays out there later in the game, but he got off to a shaky start.
You know what the problem was? From San Francisco. That's for Glenn. San Francisco. In my David Schultz voice.
Yeah, man. I was like, yeah, he got off to a shaky start yesterday. Hell, Stevie didn't even know we had him. He goes, we got Slater? I was like, yeah. He goes, what did we get him? I was like, a couple days ago, dude. Where you been? So they traded a minor league pitcher and some cash or whatever for him. He said, I didn't realize we got Slater. I like him. And they got off to a terrible start. So they did send him back. He was laughing. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back tomorrow around 3 o'clock. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, X, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.